Good morning, dear students. In this session, we are going to discuss the themes in As You Like It. We all know that As You Like It is a pastoral romantic comedy. The theme of love is central to the play. Uh, central um, as in many of Shakespeare's plays, love is also central theme of this play, and it is evident in one or the other way in most of these scenes. And Shakespeare brings our different perception of love in this play. There is romantic love, sexual love, courtly love, and the love of faithful Adam towards Orlando. These kind of loyal and honesty in love is shown as the theme of the play. Shakespeare glorifies true, honest, and noble love in this play, which is evident in the love of Rosalind and Orlando, and Celia and Oliver. And another important theme which is discussed in this play is usurpation and injustice. Like many other Shakespeare's plays in As You Like It, also there is an act of usurpation and injustice. Duke Frederick is jealous of his elder brother Duke Senior, and therefore he banishes him and forcibly seizes his power. He even tries to kill him, but in the end he is transformed by a hermit. Duke Frederick's ambitious nature can be compared with that of the Claudius of Hamlet and Macbeth of the play Macbeth. Another important theme which attracts us is delights of love. Love is a disease that brings suffering, torment, and delight in the end. And Orlando and Rosalind pine for each other. And the very interesting thing in this play is when Orlando was wooing Ganymede as if she is Rosalind. Celia speaks of the curative powers of love, and she also defines love as a good sport without its honor tainted. And Rosalind discusses Ganymede, tutors Orlando how to court a lady. And this really brings out great delight in the play. And Sylvius longing for his beloved Phoebe also shows delights of love, and a proud disdain between Phoebe and Sylvius is really an interesting scene in the play. Rosalind proves at last that how love is a source of great delight. And in the play, this play is known for its philosophical interpretation of man's life. In Act 2, Scene 7, after Duke Senior and Orlando are united in the forest of Arden and they depart, Jacques describes the seven stages of man's life: an infant, a schoolboy, lover, soldier, a wise civic leader, old man, and at last, second childishness and mere oblivion. And Jacques opines that all the world is a stage and all men and women are mere players. And at another point of time, he also says that it is good to be a fool as he discloses all the evils of this world. And there is comparison between city life and country life also. This is another important theme of the play. Elaborates the contrast between city life and country life in the play, and this is evident when Duke Senior expresses his contentment for country life rather than court life. Operations of the city can be remedied by a trip into the country's woods and fields, as said by Duke Senior, and idealizes simple and calm and peaceful country life. Idealization of a simple and calm, peaceful and country life is shown here. And Shakespeare highlights a necessary, delicate balance between city life and country life. And sense of balance and righteousness can be restored by conversation with uncorrupted shepherds. This is really true. When the characters from the court life meet the characters in the country life, many characters are transformed in communion with the country life or in communion with the nature. For example, Oliver is transformed, Duke Frederick is transformed, and Phoebe also changes her mind and begins to love Sylvius. Rivalry between relatives. This is also another theme in the play which appears. There is constant rivalry between Orlando and Oliver in the beginning as a result of competition and envy. Orlando deprives him of education and property, and Oliver even tries to kill Orlando by burning his house. And there is also another kind of rivalry between Duke Senior and Duke Frederick. These are defined by a desire for power. Duke Senior seizes the power possibly and banishes Duke Senior and trying to even kill him. At last, both are transformed into good human beings. And deception and disguise. Rosalind and Celia enter the forest of Arden in disguise of Ganymede and Eliana to prevent impending dangers. And this deception or disguise is just to protect themselves and unite with Duke Senior. Incidentally, they inspire their lovers to act more truly and honestly towards them. Uh, these characters illustrate all the world is a stage and all the men and women are mere players. Rosalind and Celia pretend to be the opposite gender, demonstrating that gender is performative. This is also another important theme in the play where Shakespeare sensitizes the gender issue. These disguises explore the conventions and pretensions of courtship, investigating how lovers act one another. Different perception of love can also be conceived from the play. There is romantic and cuddly love like Rosalind and Orlando, and body and sexual love of touchstone for Audrey is also seen here, and there is sisterly love of Celia and Rosalind, which is really commendable, and brotherly love for Duke Senior and Duke Frederick at the end, not in the though not in the beginning. At the end, Duke Frederick is transformed and he gives away all his kingdom to Duke Senior. And brotherly love of Orlando and Oliver. Though Oliver was wicked in the beginning, at last he is changed man when Orlando saved him from Snake and Lioness. By dint of his virtue, Orlando changed Oliver into a good man. And there is fatherly love of Duke Senior and Rosalind and Duke Frederick and Celia. And unrequited love of Sylvius for Phoebe and love of William for Audrey is also seen here. Another important theme in the play is loyalty and disloyalty. Many lords, faithful lords, proved to be faithful and loyal to Duke Senior after his banishment. They accompanied him in the banishment and lived like merry men with Robin Hood. Celia proves her loyalty by accompanying Rosalind into exile after her banishment. And even agent Adam proves to be loyal to Sir Roland D. Boys and now to Orlando and devoted himself to his duty. He accompanied him in the forest of Arden. Though very hungry and tired, he accompanied him till the end. Orlando is also loyal to his father. Sylvius is loyal in his love for Phoebe despite of all her scorns. In contrast to these loyal characters, Oliver proves disloyal to his father and brother Orlando in the beginning, but later on he confesses his faults and unites with Orlando, falls in love with Celia and marries her. Duke Frederick proves disloyal to his rightful brother Duke Senior. In the beginning, in order to acquire power and position, he seizes his kingdom and banishes him. But later on, he is also changed by a hermit's sermons and he gives away all his kingdom to his rightful brother Duke Senior. And the theme of nature is also uh, quite evident in the play, as there is a contrast between the natural world and artificial world. Contrast between city life and country life is discussed by Jacques, Duke Senior, and even Touchstone. And they feel that country life is far better than court life, as there is no pollution, as there is no wickedness, crookedness, hypocrisy, and other vices. And Duke Senior calls court as painted form of wickedness and hypocrisy. In when he was expressing his contentment for country life, Duke Senior therefore finds greater contentment in the forest of Haddon, as everything is pure and serene there. And he lives a life of Robin Hood and his merriment in the company of nature. And even Jacques also speaks in favor of nature when he complains Duke Senior that you are depriving the deer of its natural habitat when the deer was killed for food. And this is all about the important themes which can be uh, understood by reading this play. The theme of nature, loyalty and disloyalty, and different perceptions of love, deception and disguise, rivalry between relatives, city life and country life, and philosophical interpretation of man's life in Sharks, and delights of love is also there, and usurpation of injustice by Duke Frederick, and Oliver's characters, and theme of love, the most central theme of the play. Uh, these are important themes which can be discussed in regard to As You Like It. Hope you understood the themes, the themes in As You Like It. Thank you so much.